Last episode, we left off with 2 transfer offers. I asked you lovely people to leave me some comments with your thoughts about where you wanted us to go next in our My Player journey. I thank you all for leaving those comments. I have looked through them, and I think I know where you would like to see us go next. So let's get started with this episode. Welcome back, my friends, to our My Player career mode. As always, I thank you all for your incredible support. I hope that you're all doing fantastic and having an awesome day. If you missed the previous episode, go back, check it out. You won't know the 2 offers that were made for us, the teams involved in those offers. And also, we played the Euros of England, and I'm not going to spoil it right here. If you want to see how we got on, go back, check that episode out. But I will spoil it right now once I show you what happened. So, the Euros was, let's just say, disastrous for England. We didn't feature much. We played 2 games, both as substitute. We played in a 2-0 victory over Hungary, scored a goal there as well. Came on off the bench to do that. Then Austria was a 1-1 draw in the group stage. I did not play for that one, wasn't selected. And then the Netherlands, 1-0 defeat, which again, I came on as a substitute. And then we had Spain in the knockout rounds, in which, again, did not play, lost by 2 goals to 0. That one was down to suspension because I picked up a yellow card in the game against the Netherlands, which meant the Euros did not go to plan for England. And yes, that was not what we were looking for. However, those 2 offers, as I say, I've looked through all of your lovely people's comments. Thank you again for leaving those. And it seemed like the majority of you are in favour of us going to Manchester City. I do want to discuss very quickly though, and I appreciate those of you who were interested in the move to Real Madrid. Yes, it would have been brilliant to go to La Liga, having not won the league there yet in Spain. Our time with Villarreal, of course, we weren't able to win the title. And it would have been nice to go there and do that, but I do think Champions League hopes, and as some of you rightfully pointed out, Manchester City squad is just better in terms of, depth, and it looks like a better team on paper as well. So I feel like City, if we are seriously trying to go for the Champions League, is the better option. And also, although, yes, we have won the Premier League with Liverpool, we did not win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, and it would be nice to win the Prem again. And there's still time as well, potentially, for us to still go to La Liga. But I want this Champions League. So with that being said, it is time to go ahead and join our new club. The start of a new season, let's do this. And there is that offer from Manchester City, £475,000 a week, which doesn't really matter now because I can't buy anything else. I have been sat on like £23 million in terms of my money for a while now because there's nothing else for me to buy. So this is largely redundant at this point, but still, £500,000 a week is ridiculous money. Accept that offer. Let's see what the side looks like. And also, do keep in mind, the team that I'm about to show you once we join City is subject to change with the transfer window and how the transfers are in My Player career mode this year. £242 million is the transfer fee Manchester City have paid for us. We've been given the number 29 shirt. I'm not sure if that will be what we wear this year, but we'll have to find out. So let's take a look very quickly through our squad here at City. This is the team we have joined in the hopes of lifting the Champions League. And as mentioned, 31 players in this City squad. Keep your eyes on it as we go through the transfer window to see if there's any players who have left. But there is one starting point we need to go to, and that is up front. Erling Haaland, one of the world's best. Please stay at City. If he does, we are, well, positioned to be in a really good spot to win the Champions League. And to be honest as well, Fredrik Christiansen is not bad either. Both of them are Norwegian, actually. Both Haaland and Christiansen. So, yeah, he's not too bad either. We got Rodrigo, Goncalves, Gonzalez, Kakai, myself, Foden, and I can switch around my position as well if I want to. Valverde, Nunez, Jorginho, who I imagine will be retiring at the end of the season. Not quite yet, though. Camavinga, Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni was our teammate as well at Juventus, I want to say. No, Liverpool. He was our teammate at Liverpool. Rodri, Kabore at right back, Tomiyasu at right back as well. In terms of the squad and where it needs strengthening, you could really only say right back. If we keep hold of all the players, it is a tremendous team. I mean, look at this guy, Jerome Simon, 21, 89 rated left back already at just 21 years of age. Yeah, right back. Strengthen that position. City, world beaters. That's probably why we won the Champions League last year, though, isn't it? And as a start goes to life here at City, we've got a Community Shield game against Chelsea, and then a Super Cup game against Club Brugge, which is the Europa League winners against the Champions League winners. Then Arsenal at home to start the Premier League. We'll probably play both the Community Shield and the Super Cup right here today. So I'm pretty much ready to jump into our Manchester debut. Man City debut. So yeah, let's jump into this at Wembley Stadium. And I will go ahead and change the kits, or rather the Chelsea kits. Is it fair for us to have our home kit and they play in their blue? I know they're two different shades of blue. You know what? Let's just keep it. They are two different shades of blue. Anyway, strong City side. You'd expect nothing less. Nunez, former teammate of ours. Chelsea, decent side. But I am really intrigued to find out just how good this City side is. Especially now we've joined it. Look at that front three. Foden 92, Haaland 94, Ware 94. Oh, we could be in for goals this season. Camavinga will find me. First touch since signing for City. As we skip away from a challenge. Find the ball back inside to Rodri. Forward for Camavinga. He's looked for Haaland. He's found Foden. Foden shot saved by Maignan. And Reece James will collect the ball for Chelsea. Lacroix. Forwards for Elmas. Now finding Nunez. Nunez goes towards Reece James. City have been pretty much sat in the Chelsea half in the first 20 minutes, but here come Chelsea looking for an attack of their own. Great work here at left back from Simon. And now here goes Valverde finding Haaland. Haaland will look to find me. Fake shot to open up a bit of space. Now the shots. Maignan saves. It wasn't my finest effort in the world. Lacked any real conviction, the shots. And it was an easy enough save for Mike Maignan, but Chelsea are yet to register a shot. City have had two. But could this be the moment? Could this be the moment for their shot? Just as I'm saying it, Elmas. Bastoni intercepts. Simon again, finding Foden. Now Foden can turn, play it inside for Rodri. City are so composed on the ball. You'd expect no less from a Pep Guardiola side, but Chelsea have to do more. They have to get closer to these City players. Elmas. Finding Sterling. Sterling who's dropped into a central position out from right wing to try and get on the ball and make things happen for Chelsea. That's a lovely ball to Reece James. Now Sterling again, shifting it brilliantly, so quickly, but he can't find a way through. And at half-time, it is City 0, Chelsea 0. And Edison has had nothing to do in the Manchester City goal. Meanwhile, Maignan's made two good saves. Second half underway with Haaland finding the ball back for Camavinga. Forward to Haaland again. And now Valverde, we're trying to stay on side. Valverde, Haaland, it's brilliant! It's so good! And on the right foot, it's taken us 50 minutes into our City debut. But we've got a goal. Erling Haaland lays it through and we don't miss. Manchester City 1, Chelsea 0. Look at this. One touch from Haaland, one touch from me, and the goal is there. It may have been our weaker right-hand side, right foot, but it was struck so sweetly, giving Mike Maignan no chance at all. Manchester City corner, we are over to take this as substitutions coming through for both sides. Free header, Ruben Dias. It was a free header. Who was marking Ruben Dias? Maignan not happy, understandably so. Makes the save. It was very nearly City 2, Chelsea 0. They have to defend better than that. Another corner. This time it looks like, well, actually, it's gone to Ruben Dias again, the delivery. And this time his header is less than convincing as it trickles out of play for a Chelsea goal kick. And they've made this their third substitution now, I believe, as they brought on Martinelli, Fatawu Isaku, and also Jared Bowen. And they took off Raheem Sterling, which I was quite surprised by because I thought Sterling had probably been the best player for Chelsea so far in this one. So, yeah, seeing him go off was quite a surprise. Regardless, City have pretty much dominated this game. Had very little to do in the defensive third. Almost able to break through there. 10 minutes to go. We're on track to lift the Community Shield. But have Chelsea got one last thing to say about it? Martinelli's ball forwards. We are over the added time as Chelsea into the area. Near post, Edison saves. And Maignan is up for the corner. This will be the last action here of the Community Shield. as Chelsea looking to have one last throw of the dice, but they cannot find the goal, and it will finish Manchester City 1, Chelsea 0 in the Community Shield. Scoreline may not suggest it, but it was comfortable for Manchester City, who win by a single goal to nil in the first game of the two today. And although I've said it previously about the Community Shield not really being a trophy, it is still something to lift, so we'll watch us lift it. And then we have the UEFA Super Cup coming up against Club Brugge. Straight out of that game into the one against Club Brugge. This one at the Waldstadion. And I imagine we'll play pretty much a similar starting 11. In fact, just two changes. Pau Torres in at centre-back for Ruben Dias. And Marshall Ruti in to play right-back in place of Tomiyasu. As you can see, Club Brugge's side on the right-hand side there. The expectation for this one, as Haaland gets the game underway, is that City should dominate. No disrespect to Club Brugge, but in terms of City and the side that we have, you would expect us to really dominate this game, as we were, or City were, the Champions League winners. I was not, of course, because we've only just joined them, but we're hoping that will be us come the end of this season. Europa League winners Club Brugge, and as we know, Belgium had a really good time in Europe last season. They won the Conference League and the Europa League. As we are looking for a chance here. That's a good ball forwards, as we don't seem to be able to get this ball just yet. And in the end, it's cleared away. I've just realised too that this light blue of City and the white of Club Brugge, in terms of kits, may not be the easiest to see. So I apologise for not changing them. Calimiendo looking to try and find a chance. Unable to do so. Camavinga finds Valverde. Valverde will play me. Over on the left-hand side is Foden. There's the ball out towards him. He's found Haaland. Valverde through the middle. Valverde to score, to open up the scoring in this one. And in the end, he went wide. The angle ended up going against him. He was sent too far wide. The shot just seemed to take an age to come through. At that point, the angle was not good. Akonte. Good save, Ederson. Why was there a big gap in the City defence? We didn't see that against Chelsea. We don't want to see it in this one. All of a sudden, our two centre-backs, there was a huge gap. And that allowed the shot to come through. Club Brugge to the corner now then. Try and keep the pressure on. Away by Valverde, sorry. As we can now get the ball ourselves. Valverde, quick 1-2. We're looking to break away with our pace down the left-hand side. We will settle for the throw. Nuno Santos gives it the way of City. Foden, found by Simon, who continues his run. Haaland, wonderful, sets me in, got to be, there you go. The link up between myself and Erling Haaland. Once again, City lead by a goal to nil. I had a feeling that he would be the man to score the goals. Well, so far, he's turning provider. And City, they had a bit of a blip there. You saw Club Brugge had a couple of moments, but normal service resumed as we broke up the other end and finished off a swift attack. And let's see what happens now. Will Club Brugge be able to contend with Manchester City, who look really confident? Camavinga! Nearly 2-0 City. I was just going to say, we have to see if Club Brugge now will look to get the goal back immediately, or will this just turn into a Manchester City show, where City will take over in this one. Well, we were very nearly 2-0 up after only a matter of 2 minutes. 5 minutes to play until half-time, and Club Brugge, they're trying to make sure they don't concede another, but City are ramping the pressure up with Valverde. Now Haaland into the area. Valverde! 2-0! And that should seal it. Club Brugge, it was a massive ask to stop one of Europe's best, if not the best. But after 43 minutes, Manchester City have their second. And it is Valverde with the finish. Just realised, another assist for Haaland as well. I say he's our talisman. He's breaking records in real life. Well, he's providing goals in this universe, I guess we could say. Just realised as well, I did not set a like target. So 500 likes would be awesome. As always, I know we'll probably hit that because you are all legends. And I thank you for your support. That's a great ball from the free kick there, by the way, as we will control it too and turn inside. It's all too easy. It was nearly 3. We're enjoying ourselves right now. And I'm sure Pep is enjoying what he's seeing from his City side. Corner ball to make it 3. Delivered. Away by Club Brugge, but only as far as myself again. Another cross this time towards the big Norwegian. And Erling Haaland has got his goal. Manchester City 3, Club Brugge 0. We turn provider this time. I will say, the header didn't really have a lot of power, but it almost did not need to have a lot of power because he was that close to goal. All he's got to do is get something on the cross, and he does. Talisca finding Calimiendo. Calimiendo, this is a chance. No offside flag. I'm trying to get back, and I'm not quick enough. And right at the start of the second half, Club Brugge strike. Calimiendo. Wonderful finish, but City will ask questions about what happened defensively. I mean, we went forwards down the right-hand side, which is why there was a big gap because we committed players forward. And Calimiendo did not need a second invitation to run into the space found by Talisca. And a wonderful finish from their number 9 has drawn Club Brugge potentially back into the game. Although it would take something disastrous from City to really allow this one to slip away from them. So you'd expect it to still be done, especially if we go and score almost immediately after that. With a chance now to get into the area. And my player seemed to slow down after the skill move. And I actually wasn't meaning to do that piece of skill there. I was actually meaning to do a Berber spin. But hey-ho. Still, if they get a second now, actually, this is where the game gets really intriguing. Santos. He's in. And will he get there first? He does not. But it's a corner conceded by City, who are looking a little bit shaky right now. Bastoni. Great ball forwards. We will play it back the way of Camavinga, who has now found Marshall Rutti as he has joined the attack from right back. Haaland in the middle. There is Haaland. Had time, but he chose to go first time. And the shot was poor. That's terrible goalkeeping, though. And somehow, Perrin denies Phil Foden. It was terrible initially by Perrin, who gave it straight back to City. But he redeems himself with a save that stops it being 4-1. 20 minutes to play. Ball over the top. Conte to chase. Plays it off of Pau Torres. It will be a Club Brugge corner. And for the second half, it has not been City to close it out comfortably. I said before half-time that Pep would have been happy with what he's seen from his side, but he won't be following the second half as a free header finds its way into the hands of Ederson, and thankfully so. Yeah, Pep will not be too pleased about the way the second half has gone, if he was about the first. Camavinga, Haaland, can't get it through. Itakura in the way, and now Club Brugge looking to create again. 3 minutes from time. Don't think there's enough time for them to be able to turn this game around, and City will be crowned UEFA Super Cup winners. But slightly disappointed with how the second half has gone. There's Van der Kiebus down the left, pulling it back to Calimiendo. Scored a brilliant goal to pull them back into the game, Club Brugge. As a block is made and single minute of added time is now being played. And that is the victory for Manchester City, who win 3-1 and lift the UEFA Super Cup. We've already won 2 trophies as a City player in just 2 games. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come, especially with the Champions League. And that, my friends, is where we are going to end today's episode. We'll start the next episode with the Premier League opening game of the season up against Arsenal at the Etihad. We will also take on Brighton away at the Amex and Wolves at home. And if we've got time, we might even face Villa as well. So Premier League action coming your way. I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, a like would be greatly appreciated. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. Also, activate the notification bell as well to make sure you never miss an upload. There is one thing I want to do before I go, and that is show you our overall stats, because I have seen some comments recently asking me about this. There they are. 283 appearances, 249 goals with 141 assists. Now, the league titles is correct. 1 with Liverpool, 2 with Juventus. Domestic Cups at 1 with Juventus. For some reason, though, after our UEFA Super Cup win today, that has not been added to our Continental Cups 1. So that still stands at 0. Can't wait to win the Champions League and make that into 1 Continental Cup 1. So yeah, that'll be hopefully happening at the end of this season. However, until the next video, stay safe, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Look after each other. And I'll see you all again for the My Player Career Mode very soon. Adios!